When you watch a Trackmania video, it usually looks pretty easy. It makes you want to jump in and try beating the whole campaign, just like your favorite Trackmania driver. But then reality hits you, and you end up struggling not for a few minutes, but for several hours.
Straight to the top, never going down, don't wait for the drop. Never stand still, that's the motto, yeah. Brand new bands for the auto, whoa. Foot to the ground, full throttle. Big energy for the night like lotto. Damn, y'all talk lots, never this quiet. Life like a Seinfeld plot. Vault full of songs, all of them bombs. Something like a minefield guy, boom.
But first, let's set a couple rules. I'm not allowed to watch any tutorials on how to beat these maps, and I can't watch any world record runs either. This whole process has to be my own battle, no help, just me and the game. I'm not a complete beginner in Trackmania, but I'm definitely not a pro either. If I had to place myself somewhere, I would say I'm around the skill level of Division 7 to 12. I did qualify for Division 1 in Cup of the Day once, but that was totally random and it wasn't even a proper map. The first 5 maps are perfect for completely new players. They are not hard, some of them are even pretty wide, giving you plenty of space to work with. They are very clean and easy, and I'm confident anyone can beat these maps in a short amount of time. Plus, you get to try out many different surfaces, which is a great introduction to the game. At 5 minutes and 30 seconds into the campaign, I had already beaten all 5 maps. Honestly, maps 6 to 10 were still pretty easy. Of course, they were a bit tougher than the wide ones, but the other times are still very beatable. Map 6 only took me about 3 minutes. Map 7 was a dirt map, very cool, I beat it in around 1 minute. Then came map number 8. It wasn't hard at all, but funny enough I realized I had seen this exact map just a few days before my first try. Map 9 was a full speed plastic map. I'm not great at full speed tracks, but I still managed to beat this one in 2.5 minutes. The last green map was pretty cool too. You just need to be precise with your jumps to land in the right spots. At this point I was about 16 minutes into playing. The first 10 maps are completely free to play, so if you want to give them a try, go for it. Now, besides just driving, you also had to read the maps. Map 11 was kind of chaotic, but I think it's a good way to prepare players for what's coming next. The other time wasn't hard, the real challenge was just figuring out the map on your first read. The bobsled on map 12 was absolutely satisfying to play. If you are struggling with this one, try using action key 4 for bobslides. It makes you much faster and the 80 will become very easy. Map 13 feels like a remake to me. I'm not sure why, but it has that old school vibe in how it's built. Still, the 80 was very easy, I was beating these maps much faster than usual and the 80s were quite forgiving at this point. If you are a consistent player, there is a good chance you will beat this one on your first try. Pipes are one of my weaknesses, so I did struggle a bit here. But the map's aesthetics was super cool. I like the eyes. The last blue map was my first struggle. I didn't feel good on this track and my lack of consistency made it even harder. The 80 was also the toughest one yet. It's a multi-lap track. First you drive it normally, then you go through the whole map in reverse. Yep, the struggle was real at this point. Map 16 was an absolute visual pleasure to watch, with a beautiful theme and colors. But in my opinion, it wasn't the most fun map to play, it just wasn't my cup of tea. I'm sure many people enjoyed this map, but I wasn't one of them. I'm not a dirt driver, I have never really learned some of the key techniques for dirt, but surprisingly this one was still really fun to play. It felt smooth, clean and overall just nice. Now comes one of the hardest maps in the entire campaign. The sausage block is one of the trickiest surfaces. Just a single wrong move and your car can fly completely off the track. And that's when the real struggles begin. My discovery run was about 10 seconds slower than the AT. I got the gold medal in less than 5 minutes and it seemed like it wouldn't be that hard. I improved again after another 2 minutes, but then I really had to start pushing myself. And in Trackmania, when you push too hard, mistakes come quickly. This one is pretty hard, it's not easy, it's not free.
No one could outrun the crash. It was all reduced to rubble, and then again to ash. To the blinding burning light, it's no use to fight. There's no one out there.
After almost 30 minutes of suffering, I finally got a clean run and beat the hardest auto time yet. Map 19 right after that was okay. My discovery run wasn't bad and the map itself was clean and enjoyable. I got the gold medal after just 2 minutes and after 5 minutes I almost beat the auto time. But my last ice slide was really poor. At 6:30 I came close again, but the run still wasn't quite right. Finally, after 9 minutes I hit a nice ice slide on the tough turn, nailed the drift, held my speed, and after the final ice slide I beat auto time number 19. Definitely way easier than the previous map. Map 20 was probably the most fun map to play in entire campaign. It wasn't just an ordinary track, Nadeo added 4 backslides, and the experience was absolutely wild.
Yes, I'm back. I'm back. Oh, yes, I'm back.
I enjoyed this one so much that I actually started hunting it for a while. After nearly 2 hours, I finally landed a run I was really happy with. As a usual player who was never great at Trackmania, Map 21 was a real challenge. It's a very technical track, a remake from Trackmania Nations Forever in the new version of Trackmania, and here casual players face a real test. This map has several very difficult parts. The start is basically a full speed turn, and one of the early corners will make you cry because you won't understand why your car isn't drifting. Another turn is extremely complicated for casual players, and overall, the whole map demands precision. After 40 minutes I was still struggling with those 2 turns. The entire track was very tough for me. After 1 hour I was still more than a second off the other time. Jesus Christ. In this situation you just have to go piece by piece, like building a Lego set. It takes time and you need a lot of attempts to really understand the map. But even after you start feeling the rhythm, mistakes are still very easy to make. After almost 3.5 hours, everything finally came together and I hit the right run. The next 3 maps were much more manageable. Not too hard, pretty interesting and very doable. Map 22 took me around 13 minutes. But on map 23 something happened that had never happened to me before. After my discovery run I got an attempt that truly shocked me. I beat the other time on my second try. That's just wild. The other time wasn't practically hard, but it still surprised me. Map 24 was okay. You need to reduce airtime, keep clean lines, maintain speed, the usual. The other time was very doable and overall the map felt okay. Then came map 25, the final one in the campaign. But after just 3 minutes I improved a lot. After 9 minutes I got the gold medal. Still not a great run, but progress. After 1 hour I was incredibly close to beating the other time. And this is one of those Trackmania moments where something unexpected happens. How long do you think it took me to improve by just 0.2 seconds? I was already so close after 1 hour, but it took me almost another 2 hours. On this map, I don't know why, but gaining time was just hard. Every run felt equal to the last. But finally, when I understood how to drive the map and didn't choke a single turn, I managed to beat the last other time. Holy. That was way tougher than I thought. Of course, it really depends on the campaign's difficulty. But if you are completely new players, this campaign is definitely worth of try. Most of the medals are very forgiving. I truly believe you can beat every single one. We've just crossed the 500 subscriber mark on this channel, which is absolutely crazy. I really appreciate all the support and I hope to see you in another video. Until then, take care of yourself and as always, stay cool.
I wish I had something more to give you. You've been feeling bad this time of year. If I could, I would drive out to see you. Things are finally looking up for me.